All right, moving on to Miami. Plus 400, 9.5 wins. It's been 20 years. 20 years in the ACC. And what has this Miami program done since coming over from the Big East? They've won 10 games once. And that was fool's gold that year. They took advantage of a soft schedule. They got their pants pulled down by Clemson. And then went to the Orange Bowl and lost to Wisconsin. I mean, come on. This is the U. It's put up or shut up time for Miami and Mario Cristobal. He's just 12-13 in his first 2 seasons with the Hurricanes after thinking he was too good for Oregon. Think he wishes he had a do-over there? Remember the inexcusable loss to Georgia Tech last year? What a joke. Take a fucking knee and get out of there with a win and your dignity intact. According to ESPN, they had a 99.9% win probability and found a way to lose. How a university still employs this guy after that big of a fuck-up is beyond me. It was that bad. The way Cristobal managed to screw that up, you would have thought he was a 12-year-old playing Madden, trying to pad his stats or something. Apparently, this wasn't even the first time he pulled this stunt. Did the same thing versus Stanford in 2018. Does this guy just not believe in the victory formation? Was literally the dumbest loss of all time, regardless of the sport. I don't care how well he recruits, he's a complete dumbass, and Miami fans should have rioted after losing that game. It was just coaching malpractice. Cristobal should have been launched into the sun after that. You can bring in Cam Ward and all these transfer hotshots and a great recruiting class, but does it matter? Does it matter if this guy's running the program? How does the locker room trust this guy and take what he says seriously? I'm not trying to be funny. I legit don't know how you can continue your coaching career after that. That said, Cam Ward is the exact kind of guy the transfer portal was made for. He had 2 college offers coming out of high school, Texas Southern, Incarnate Word, and he's worked his way to Wazoo, balled out, and with their uncertainty, he heads to Miami to try and up his draft stock. He should be protected by a great offensive line. Cristobal, he's a former O-line coach, should have a really good unit led by 2 elite tackles and the freshman All-American Francis Mauigoa and Jalen Rivers. First team All-Pac-12 from a year ago, standout running back Damian Martinez comes over, and he should tear it up behind this offensive line. At wide receiver, Xavier Restrepo, he's a stud in the slot, and Jacoby George, he's a big play threat. Can they get better production out of the tight end spot? I mean, this is tight end U, Miami. They should always have an NFL guy or 2 on the roster. Elijah Arroyo, he's battled some bad injury luck, but he's healthy and he'll probably start, but I like this Riley Williams kid a lot. I think he could become a nice safety blanket over the middle for Cam Ward to work with. When you look at Miami's defense, the pass defense ranked 55th in yards allowed per game, and they lost their 2 best players to the draft in Cameron Kitchens and James Williams. But a lot around the program are high on Jaden DeHarris. And Michelle Powell, the transfer from Washington, should lock down the nickelback spot. Edge rusher Reuben Bain Jr. had a really good true freshman season. He totaled 7.5 sacks and 12.5 TFLs. They bring in the Tennessee transfer, Tyler Barron, who I'm really high on. I think he shows enough on tape this year to become an NFL draft pick. Middle linebacker Francisco Mauigoa, the older brother of Francis, is back for another year, and that's huge for this defense. He's a disruptive force on the second level. The Florida game, week 1, is fascinating. The question is, did they recruit enough talent to overcome the coaching ineptitude? A lot of people are high on the Hurricanes, but I'm not buying it. Maybe they'll be awesome, but I'll be okay being late to the party. Give me the under. Don't fuck this up, Cristobal. You have recruited the necessary pieces to contend for a playoff spot. Don't screw it up with terrible game management again. The Miami fans deserve better.